Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft Amplified server. We are back here in the Nether Hub and we are going to be working in here today but not on the Nether Hub. We're going to be doing a little project that needs to reside in the Nether itself, and right as I log on, getting ready to record, what do I see in the background? A new banner design. This I reckon was done by Slipgator and it's pretty cool. I like the detail and the shape, however I would have expected to see an S from him. Although he may not consider this actually like his area, it's like his end of Hermit Hills. That's how I've always seen it. But D-Max over there as well, and now we've got another banner on the board. This thing is looking really colourful. We have definitely got to step up and get these other two blank designs done soon. But it is really starting to look bright and colourful, and things are coming together, and I love it. It was so worth putting the time and effort into this, and there's still so much more to be done. I've really been enjoying this project, but today is actually something that we haven't done in a long time. It is go check out that Hermit Day. So we're heading over to Zombie Cleo's base because I want to show you what she's been doing over here. And the project we're going to do in today's episode is actually like a gift for Cleo, I guess you could say, or for everyone here on the server, but also for Cleo. You see, if you watched the last season, I used to do something that I haven't done so much of this season. We're now at Cleo's area. Check this building out. Doesn't it look amazing? Big and beautiful. And I cannot build like that. I'm always in awe of these styles of building. It is pretty spectacular to see. But yes, on the last server, on the last season, what I tended to do from time to time is do things for other people, you know, help them out with some materials. I am a full-time YouTuber and I have the time to do those kind of things. And there it is. There is the wow moment. Oh my god, we need to get up there and see that closer up. I think it looks a little nicer in the day. At night you can see the colours there better, but judging from my videos in the day it's kind of bright, so the colours aren't quite as visible, but it's a different look altogether. And I think we might have a little case of spoilers up there. I can't remember if she showed that in the video or not. But anyway, it's a couple of days before this video goes out. So yes, yeah, oh my god, words. Zombie Cleo, be sure to go and check her out. Link to her channel in the description box. And yes, as I was saying, we used to do this thing where we would help out other people. I'm a full-time YouTuber. I have lots of times, you know, do extra things here on the server. Wow. And help other people out. It's really been a strange day with words today. Anyway, I've been telling Cleo that I will get her some glass, and I've been meaning to do that, and I have an inventory full of sand. So what we need to do is smelt this sand up, and then she can have all of that. I'm probably going to get some more as well, and we can help her out with this awesome project that she's doing. And it was on the shattered PvP map that we were playing together that there was, I think, like clouds and rainbows, and they were all made out of glass, and that's where she got the idea to do all of this. And since then I've been meaning to get her some glass to help her out with this project. So I don't know how we actually get up there. We're going to throw an ender pearl. It's now turning into day, so the perspective of this whole thing is going to change, and it's pretty grand. And oh, that's brilliant. Okay, attempt number 2. Let's try again. I've only got 3 ender pearls left. Brilliant. Okay, this is potentially going to be disastrous. So let's throw one. Let's not glitch into the glass. Let's hold down spacebar so we jump above it. Awesome. Pro tip for you right there. And now we've got to throw yet another one. So let's try and get it straight into the dragon's mouth. And I think it's going to be doable. We just need to... let's stand on this block. Get the angle right. Throw it and... yes! For a second there, I actually thought we failed miserably. And I still think we have failed because perhaps we actually want to be up by 1. Is this where the tunnel starts? Do I even know what I'm doing here? I don't think I do. Can we get inside that area? No, it looks like we need to go up. Okay. I'm going to throw our last ender pearl right there. Oh, that was very, very close. And we've made it. We've made it onto the top, I think. Awesome. Okay, so coloured stained glass. It looks pretty damn impressive, doesn't it? And this dragon's got a massive tail that goes all the way up there. And oh, that was close. Okay, and we're just going to walk through here and enjoy the scene. Oh, man, this is ever so cool. What a cool build. This is really cool stuff. And yeah, so I want to help out. And that's the plan for today. So let's talk about the project that we're going to be doing. It's going to be done in the Nether because the Nether is full of lava and we can smelt with lava. So I'm thinking of building something like we did on the last world where we had a community furnace that used lava buckets, except we're going to locate it in the Nether, which is actually quite logical. It means you don't have to faff around with throwing buckets through a portal, and also the Nether is, you know, kind of centralized because all the portals hook up to it. So it means you can get to it Very, very easy. Wow, this thing is massive. You can see that she needs a lot of glass, so that's what we're going to do. And I've been waffling on for a bit here, so be sure to go and check out Zombie Cleo, link in the description box. Also, I'm going to remind you guys again, the live stream for Hermitcraft is on May the 9th and 10th. Bookmark that date. The link to the live stream is also in the description box. I'm going to keep mentioning that because it's going to be a big event and I really want it to go down well. There's going to be loads of games given away, lots of fun and shenanigans. And now I've got to get back down from here. And I don't have an ender pearl and I don't fancy falling. So I think I'm going to stroll back down and we'll have a quick look at this from the daytime. And then we'll head back into the Nether. Ooh, I take it back. It looks pretty damn cool in the daytime as well, doesn't it? I think maybe video compression kind of takes away the liveliness of these colours. So for you guys watching this video, you might see it the same. The way I saw it in her videos, it just kind of felt like the colours bled into each other a fair bit. But standing here, looking at it in the world without a compressed video, it does really look absolutely awesome. I like it so much, and I hope that I can be of help. So anyway, let's go back into the Nether and let's start making some plans because we've got to find a decent lava lake near where we can put a little area in the Nether hub full of furnaces. So I'm going to do a little bit of exploring over there and hopefully we will get lucky. So I've been getting prepared and I made a eureka. I made a eureka. No, I had a eureka moment, I guess. So let's look in this chest and it'll make a little bit more sense. In order to do this, we're creating a furnace setup where we're going to transfer buckets of lava up into the furnace array, so we have pretty much an infinite fuel source. You know, occasionally you need to go down there and fill up some buckets, but basically tons and tons of fuel. So the way that we did this before would have been with hoppers and, say, some droppers. You can see I crafted a load here. That was to make an item elevator to bring all the buckets of lava up. And I was kind of dreading this because it takes a long time to set these things up and a lot of materials as well, especially for these hoppers. But then something dawned on me. I was staring into a chest thinking, hey, what do I need to do this? And I saw these rails and it got me thinking, minecarts. Minecarts are the way we should be transferring things here because that is going to make our lives so much easier. With some minecart chests, we can move the items back and forth from the lava lake up to here. And this is the spot that I've chosen. By the way, I was looking at this area and thinking, hey, we need to do some work over here as well. We're going to extend this. Lovely design, by the way, that False did. It looks really cool because the green just pops out ever so much, and then you got the strange lighting effect because of lighting bugs in Minecraft, and it looks ever so cool. And anyway, that can stretch all the way down here, and it's just more things for us to do, more building. And of course, with this furnace is going to come a little bit of design work in here, but this is where it's going to be. And so I've dug a tunnel down to the lava lake, so I didn't have to explore too much. The one that I knew was nearby was so close that all we need is a single staircase like this and it takes us to the front. So what you would do is you would walk down here. There would also be the minecart going alongside you, although we'll separate that. So this is going to become bigger and a little easier to navigate. And then when you come down here, you can get your buckets of lava, dump it into some sort of contraption that I'll create, and then it will send it up to the furnace using minecarts. It's going to be awesome. And if we look over here, you can see someone else has been using this lava lake as well for buckets of lava, most likely. And eventually this thing will get emptied over time. But that's cool. That's going to be a fun little progress thing, I guess. You know I like those things by now. So anyway, what are we going to do next? I'm going to widen this. I'm going to get the minecarts in place, potentially build the contraption down the bottom, just get things moving along. So when I bring you back in, I'll have something to show you and we can start talking about what's next. And at the moment, I'm really excited for the aesthetics up here because I've been enjoying doing the simple building lately, you know, just putting a few different materials together and coming up with things like this and like this and like this, and I feel like we're on a good path. So I'm looking forward to building over here as well. So, design decision time. I've just been looking at this and starting to second guess it. I think it's very likely we're going to stick to what we're doing here, so I'll explain that to you and what my second thoughts are. So, first of all, this goes in by one block from where these walls are. What I'm thinking of doing is just creating a big panel where we fill in the entire thing. There'll be some glass in front of the furnaces so you can see those, but everything else will be kind of concealed. Now, the chests, obviously, you'll be able to pick things up from the bottom once they're done smelting, and then we'll have some chests at the top as well, so you can put your items in, then take them out when they're done. Now what I've been second guessing is using the minecarts. You see, we're bringing them up to put lava in the hoppers at the back here, but now I'm also thinking about we could use these to put the items into the hopper and to take them out as well. When I said hopper, I actually meant the furnace. So we could have an interface where you just have two chests, one is in and one is out, and you don't see any of the furnaces. So put the items in, the minecart goes and puts it up the top, and same when it takes it out. And I'm just thinking about the logistics of doing that, and I'm not 100% sure. So maybe it's something we'll try, maybe it's something we won't. At this point, I really just don't know. But anyway, if we go back here, you can see that I've installed this track going down the side, put in some stairs as well. We can whiz around here very quickly because of the speed 2 beacon, which is quite nice. And when we travel up here, it feels ever so steep. Look at that. We're going up at light speed here. It's very fast. But anyway, I'm going to think about this design because I'm torn between the two. So I need to make a decision and then we can crack on and build this. So I decided we are going to stick with this. This is the simplest way of doing it. And I started to think about the logistics of doing it the other way. And it involved a lot of little custom contraptions that would take some time for me to figure out, you know, how to get all the redstone to work and manage the minecart, etc., which actually I thought would be a lot of fun. So when I have more time in the future, we might come back to this and rebuild it and work in some more logical redstone stuff, because at the moment our setup is extremely simple. As I was building this, it became more and more clear that what we're doing here is just really straightforward, really simple, and doesn't really need a lot to it. And it's quite surprising because I thought we'd be setting up loads of hoppers, some elevators using droppers, and I thought it'd be really complex, take a lot of time. So I'm kind of pleased at how this is going so fast. So anyway, down here is a contraption that I've got a tutorial on. I'll put a link to it down there in the description box. It's a minecart unloader, and what it's going to do... No, sorry, it's a minecart loader. It's going to take items out of this chest, load them up into the minecart chest, and then send them on the way. So if the minecart chest fills up, or this thing finishes emptying, then it's going to let it go. Otherwise, it's going to trap it down here. So what we're going to do is a little demonstration of how this is going to work. That's not the way you craft one. There we go. So let's not put that down just yet. Let's fill up our inventory with some lava. So this is how it's going to work. We're going to come over here, grab all of our lava, and we will also throw one into there for good luck, apparently. I guess my inventory filled up then. It really did look like I had enough space. Okay, that thing just whacked me in the head. That's fine. Okay, I'll accept that. And so then our minecart is going to come down here, and then it's going to load up, and when this thing retracts, it's going to let it go. So you can see it's filling up. It's empty. There we go. And off it goes. Let's try and catch up with it. I think it's a little bit faster than us, even though we got speed 2. And yes, zombie pigmen may be a problem. And then it goes all the way back down again. So I know what you're thinking. You're thinking it's stopped. What are you talking about? Yeah, let's remove that quickly, and off it goes. So this is inefficient. This thing is going to go back and forth, and yes, you can argue that we should make it go back and forth a few times while it's still got lava buckets. Well, the thing is, it's still going to get the job done, and I don't have the time to figure out the extra redstone. So we could save that for another day where we could do the proper job with this thing, but for now, it's always going to travel back and forth. And then whenever we go down there and put lava buckets in, we'll also build a bigger storage capacity down there, by the way. It's going to be able to bring them up here and... yeah, and keep putting them into the hoppers, and then they'll get used, and the buckets will go down below. It's going to be awesome. Now, I got a fun little story for you. On the first Hermitcraft server, we tried to do this, and this was back when Dinnerbone and Mark from Mojang used to play on there as well. Although they only played on there for a short time, we talked to them a lot, and they were following what we were doing. And I decided that we're going to create a furnace setup with minecarts to distribute the items into the furnaces. Now, I don't know if I was the first person to do this. Probably not, because there's so many people doing stuff in Minecraft. But I found out that the way that they behaved was ever so strange. The minecart would go across the hoppers, and we were trying to figure out what the pattern was. But it seemed like it would be every other one, and then occasionally it'd be two alongside each other, but basically it would skip putting items into some of the hoppers. And Red Eyes even did this whole test, and I think a video on it, about how there was this random pattern that emerged when minecarts go over hoppers and the hopper decides if it's going to take an item or not. And then Dinnerbone saw us talking about it, and then he fixed it in the next update. He made it so that when the minecart goes across here, it's going to put one item into each hopper. Now I think that means that this one over here gets one for every two that these get, because goes over one, over one, over one, over one, like that, all the way down to the end. Then it goes over this one, and then it starts back again. So these will get two, and that one gets one. But because it pauses here for a moment, it might actually get two, but I don't know. But as of this point, this thing is actually working. We can now focus on aesthetics, which is something I'm really enjoying lately. So we're going to build a panel for the front of this. We're going to smelt some glass for Cleo as well. And I think the next thing we're going to do right now, though, is build a storage battery down here for lots and lots of chests. and an easy way to put the items into them, so that down here you can get your buckets, you can fill up it all with lava and then chuck them into the chest system over here on the side, and then this thing will continuously take them back and forth to the furnaces at the top. Round 1 of aesthetics, we have ourselves this little thing right here, and I know, granite, not a very popular texture, but I think it looks so good next to the nether brick. And here I really like how it looks. It just fits in nice and snug, and up here we've got a wicked ceiling as well. I like that, very simple. But down on the ground I went for quartz slabs, and I also tried to add a bit of a trim on the side, and it ended up looking kind of wonky and weird. So I'm thinking we might scrap that. Force also mentioned she thought this was a lot of quartz as well, and I think what would be smarter to do is actually take her design over here and bring it all the way into this area, which I think could actually end up looking pretty cool. So as far as looks goes over here, if we look between the chests, you can see netherrack at the back and glowstone for lighting, so this area is well lit, and the same thing up there with the chests as well. Now the next thing for us to do is to put some lava at the top here. Picture some red stained glass across there and lava behind it. It'll look really cool. It'll be the finishing touch. But the thing is, I had an idea, and it's something that I've already tried out and I know isn't going to look too great, but I'm going to try and explain it and prepare it a little bit here first. And there's also, hang on, let's just craft ourselves some stairs and replace that. I just noticed that this over here is slightly different from on the other side. There we go. Don't worry about the empty block. It's not important. There's quite a few of those over here in the Nether. So yeah, what we're going to do is put lava at the top. Now if we do this differently, let's just pillar up. We can actually put the lava on the edge here. Now, if you know how water flows, it flows to the lowest point first. So if the lowest point is back here, because this is a block, so the lava will flow bump, bump, over here and then down. Right, so if there's nowhere for it to go on the other side, or that this is closer than it is on the other side, then it means the lava's going to flow backwards. So how am I going to do this? Let's get ourselves a ladder. Let's hop on top of it. And let's go up a couple of blocks here. That should do. So if we come over this direction, and then we put down a load of blocks out in front like this, and actually we're going to need a fair bit. I think that's going to be enough. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go... Sorry, I'm going to overdo it. I'm going to go overkill here because I don't want to mess this up and have lava going all over the place. So we'll do it like that. And we'll fill in the gap with these. And I'm 1 block short, and I keep having to switch around in my inventory. So now, if we were to place lava, let's put down some more ladders on these blocks right here, the granite ones, they would flow backwards. So when they come down into this space, if we are to just seal this off with some blocks going across, and we'll have to go all the way onto this side as well, then they're not going to flow any further. Anyway, let me go grab some lava, and I think I can actually demonstrate it to you now. Alright, here we go. Fingers crossed I haven't done something silly. We put one there, it flows backwards. Yep, you can see it's all flowing backwards. That's awesome. That's what we want to happen. But it's not going to look so good. This is the problem. I just wanted to show you it because it was an alternative idea here. I thought it'd be really cool to have the lava kind of exposed and on the edge. But it doesn't look so great. So let's remove all of these blocks. Yeah, it doesn't look so great, does it? It's kind of cool that it's like that, but it doesn't give the best of looks. So we're going to remove it. And here's the thing. When we remove it with the buckets, it's going to update the one next to it, and then it's going to flow over the edge here. So what would be wise to do is to actually... If I put a block there, does it update the one next to it? I don't want to find out. But yeah, we're just going to cover this up from the front and remove it. So what we're going to do instead is put the red glass up there. But I wanted to show you that, and it's a cool trick. And no, it doesn't update the one next to it, so we can put them across like this. Then I can go round to the other side, and I can remove them with those buckets. Alright, there we go. Finishing touches. Yes, this is kind of done now, and I like how it looks. A moment ago, though, False was over here. I initially extended this all the way over into this area, and it just didn't look right. And False kind of agreed as well. And then she was hanging around helping me out with this for a little bit. So we've got this design right here with the slabs. She's kind of merged it over on this end going into here. And then I've added this netherrack around each side and changed up this a little bit. And it almost looks symmetrical. If you take a step back here, you can see it goes in 1 more block on that side. Or actually, this comes out by 1 more block, I think. I'm not sure what's going on, but something different's going on, that's for sure. And that was a really strange sentence. Anyway, down here, you can see I've added in some of the the diorite so it matches the other side, and it lines up with the ceiling as well. So all is good. And this little glass, by the way, just to make it a little easier to access the chests up the top here, just something to stand on, because I was forever sort of looking up and it was a little bit annoying. So that's just in the right position. So all of the aesthetics is now done, and down the end here I've added in a whole bunch of chests, and it kind of looks a bit derpy at the moment, and it's something for another day. Once again, I am out of time for today's episode, but we've still got a few more things to do, so don't worry about it, I'm just getting there. And you can see I've just covered this up a little bit. So now there's a ladder to get up here to the top, so whenever this starts filling up, you can come up here and put them in at the top, which is not ideal, because you would like it to be nice and easy, so you can just, you know, dump your buckets into something nearby and have them go up the top. But for now, we're going to take a step back and do it like that. So let's just get a whole bunch of buckets here for a second. Actually, I think we can afford some more. Considering the iron is disposable, it should be fairly straightforward. And I think that's going to work. Yeah, so let's fill up an inventory at a time. We're going to come out here and grab it like this. This will be the genuine... Wow. The general process will go down like this. And there we go, wasted some buckets. Right as I was about to say, we need to watch out for that. So we can just simply put it into this one for now and go back out there and do it again. So we could count the inventory space and figure out how many buckets to use, like predetermine it so you don't accidentally throw some out. And that would be a smart thing to do, of course. But for now, we just need to grab some of these and fill it up. So I haven't filled this thing up, and I didn't bring enough iron to do so. I guess it would probably take quite a lot. Good thing we've got a farm, but I'll probably come back here another time and fill all of this up. So I don't think we can access the chest. Oh, let's not nudge it. Oh, okay. We kind of messed it up there, I think. Or maybe it was full up. There we go. So that's how much we got in reserves, and obviously we'd like to fill all of that up. So at this point, the entire reason that we were setting this up was to make it nice and easy to smelt some glass for Cleo. But also to create, you know, a community service right here, so everyone can come along and use this. It's free. Just yes, put your items in the top, they come out of the bottom. I've got loads of my building materials in here, so I'm going to move those out, of course. And I've got some of the glass smelting already. Yeah, all of the sand has gone into the hoppers, so we can't see it, but there's loads in there. Anyway, I'm going to take one last trip over to the mesa biome. I'm going to fill up my entire inventory with sand. We're going to come back here, smelt it, and then we're going to leave it as a gift for Cleo over at her base. And that's it, we're done. I've finished smelting all the glass that I can. There's a little bit more going, but I need to record and finish it off. So a few ones there in the middle that aren't stacks. And I also stole some bread from Cleo, so I hope she doesn't mind. I think it's a fair exchange. A couple of pieces of bread for all of that glass. But yes, it's definitely going to be put to good use over here. And remember, today is go check out that Hermitcraft day. So be sure to go and check out Zombie Cleo. Link down there in the description box. But that is it from me this episode of Hermitcraft. As always, thank you very much for watching. And if you enjoyed the video, please do leave a like. We're still doing Hermitcraft every other day, and it's been a lot of fun. But I will catch you in the next episode. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching this video. I have a second channel where you can find additional videos of my Twitch live streams. If you're interested in watching one of my live streams, then come over to Twitch and hit that follow button to be notified of when I go live. And if you're not subscribed over here on YouTube, then feel free to subscribe for more content like this. I also have a creative plot world server, play.xisumavoid.com, where you can build on your own plot and join in the fun with our wonderful community. And if you like social media, then you can interact with me on Twitter at xisumavoid.com. Links to all the relevant things can be found in the description box below.